Howdy, cock-a-doodle-doody to you all. And a lovely big welcome to my faithful disciples. Ooh, been looking forward to this. Sorry for the slight delay. Yep, loving the Sacred Lands music. Just to explain Pain, I've got By With the Hero as one of my auto host channels because he's a fellow Brit, so I thought I'd show him some love. He's quite funny as well, and he plays quite a lot of old games, which is fine. I will, just to confirm, I will not be doing the entire playthrough in a Bob Ross kind of way. I'm so sorry, in case that's what you were expecting. God, yeah, he died many years ago, mine. That's so sad. It definitely wasn't a happy little accident. Here I am. Oh, that looks bright, doesn't it? That's probably because I've brought a browser window open. And we've got a little bit of a change layout style. Because I thought a lot of the Dwarven screenshots that I've taken are quite light. So I thought I'd have to put some sort of background on the chat text. That's okay, Pin. New change, loving the change. There's more to come, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You're going to have to wait and see. Bear with me, I've just got to set this chart up. I'm not overly prepared for this, I'll be honest. I was putting my contact lenses in and the little bottle of fluid that I normally keep fell over, so my fluid went everywhere, sadly. It's all over the place, so I had a bit of a spillage. Let's get rid of this, let's pop this up. Is this going to work? Because I'm not entirely sure if I have it set up to actually display the Steam version of Disciples. This might not work. Oh, it does. Well, that's strange. Alright, so that works for both the Steam version of Disciples. Oh, it probably has the same EXE name. Anyway, there we go. It's a nice little mystery. I do wear glasses, mind. I'm as blind as a bat. I'm so blind, so much that I actually get help from the NHS towards the cost of my glasses. That's how blind I am. I get the princely sum of about £12 towards the cost of my glasses. That's how bad it is. Anyway, is that looking all right? Because if I didn't put the background on, then the white text against the white background was, of course, horrible. And just to compare this, by the way, the cost of my glasses normally for the lenses, otherwise I would have literally jam jar bottoms, cost around about 400 quid in total. That's eye-watering. Need to wear glasses to see far away. That's not so bad. I need to wear glasses to see everything, or contact lenses. What we would call a dwarf, bearded pimp and beard slut are the two suggestions. So I thought we were going to go with slut beard. There we go. Mine's in with the slut beard, and perhaps maybe have some sort of backstory to this character, along the lines of the fact that he was a pirate at some point in a previous life by the name of Slutbeard, because he has a beard and of course is a slut because he plants that rod. Anyhow, we've got an additional aspect to this particular new saga, this particular Rod Planter challenge, because Clyde, who is notable by his absence, should I say, challenged me to do this as a Guildmaster Lord. Thank you, Blasky. That's not so bad. The text thing was required because of it being on a white background, so I wanted obviously the people to see the text. And of course, as these get uploaded to YouTube, then of course we also need the text just so people can see what people are saying. You wanted to fuck at the end. Yes. we agreeing to slut beard then. Excellent. Are you well, Blasky? I've just been watching you get mullered by Mike on StarCraft 2. Yeah, that's right, I'm going there. The VOD was not deleted. Dark Prophecy campaign, yeah, that's good. Sticking with the Guildmaster. Just as a quick recap, we've got the choice of Warrior Lord. The Warrior Lord's units will regenerate 15% of their damage each day, but Magic Research is limited to 4th level. We could be a Mage Lord. Mage Lord can research all the spells at half the cost, and spells can be cast twice per day. Or we could be a Guildmaster. The Guildmaster's spell research is also limited to the 4th level, but Thieves, should I say? The Thief performs more. That sounds like there's only one thief ever in the game, but unless of course there isn't. Let's face it. But Thieves performs more actions, and cities cost 50% less gold to grow. The city thing is fairly by the way, but the extra thief actions are quite tantalising, let's say. Are we sticking with hard? Should we say? Expected Mage Lord? Nope, sadly not. I've been challenged. So we're going with that. Who else likes white chocolate? I'm not a big fan, I'll be honest. I prefer, I don't know whether you have it in Ireland. That makes it sound like a third world country, I'm sorry. But I like Caramac, which is kind of like a combination of chocolate and caramel, which is delicious. If you want to go something a little bit different. Or chocolate orange, yes, that's also good. Mage Lord is OP as the Mountains clan. Oh, I can't remember their level 5 spells. Anyway, let's carry on and begin with the first quest. Let's delve straight in. We already know all this, don't we? The Great Wars. It's just
more than a decade has passed.
Disciples to history in a nutshell.
A decade had passed since the Infernal Gate was sealed. 10 years of relative peace for the mountain clans. From the 12 clans, only 7 emerged from the Great Wars, and many feared yet another encounter with the perfidious undead hordes. When High King Sturmir Thunderhammer was slaughtered, the surviving clans elected Morok Cloudkeeper as ruler. Sturmir had reigned for many decades, and the clans grieved this terrible loss. Morok was a brave warrior, but he failed to foster unity, and in time some clans departed to find refuge in higher mountains. Wotan, god of the dwarves,
That beard.
granted his disciples 12 ancestral runes to protect
The
their
wideness.
Before the First Great Wars, each clan had guarded one of the runes. Now, with 5 of the clans annihilated, the runes were scattered. Morok ordered his forces to search the rubble of the dead clan cities for the lost runes.
So it's starting off fairly boring. It's like an MMO RPG. We're gathering runes. Got the 3 runes from the ruins: Springfrost, Cragwell, and Skymine. They're not very dwarf sounding, sadly. Okay, what's happening? Name for our first leader. Oh, this isn't going to be a Rob Planter, is it? I'll keep it as someone, though. We'll call it Dankbeard. There we go. Just for the sake of having something. Oh, there's going to be a lot of Scottish accents in this playthrough. I'm warning you right now. You ever had your kneecaps broken? Anyway, let's get straight into it. I depend on you to seek out the clans which fell during the First Great Wars. The clans Springfrost, Cragwell, and Skymine. Isn't that the new processor from Intel? Lie closest. Salvage the ruins from the ruins. Salvage the ruins from the ruins of the once great cities, and return them to me. Oh, well, there we go. That was epic, wasn't it? Humans measured their penis. Dwarves measured their mighty beards. Alright, yeah. There's some yeah, some truth to that. Let's just go with it. Aye, matey. Right, okay, so biggest change we're going to see with the dwarves is that they're quite slow, quite sturdy though. Got lots of HP. I think the biggest thing we're going to suffer with is probably the movement points that the leader has. So normally you'd expect your leaders to have in the region of 20 to 25 movement points. If memory serves, he's got 25. I'm just a big fat liar. Who has 15 then? I thought someone started off with 15. Alright, well, that's alright then. Haha. This one should be the easiest of them all. Quite possibly, yes. In comparison to the Elven one, I think so. Anyway, we're going to have to save up some money before we even start going with the Rod Planter. But we could do some reconnaissance with Dankbeard. I'm just wondering, why aren't you doing the whole thing again for? You're going to have to explain that for me, Payne. What do you mean by whole thing? I'm doing the whole of the Dark Prophecy campaign. That's the thing. Whereabouts on the map are we? Are we right smack bang in the middle? It's looking that way. Okay, that's good. This is true, yes. I have some fantastic spells to help with, to aid with movement. Seafaring, one of my favourite. Let's have a quick look round the lovely idyllic city that is the Dwarven Keep. She's seen better days, bless her. We start off with a guild to allow us to recruit thieves. That doesn't normally happen, but as a guild master we get that. I'm not sure about the next map. It can be difficult. Okay. Good evening, Clyde. How are you doing? Rest assured, I am a guild master in this one, as defined by your good self. What we're going to do, have a quick look round to see what we've got available. Let's have a look at the normal units, shall we? We get access to a dwarf, which rushes valiantly into battle, knowing that Wotan protects the brave of his heart. Or the brave of heart, anyway. I quite like the brave of his heart. That makes him sound like Braveheart. Anyway, he's got 150 HP. That's the most you'll see from a standard fighter unit, I believe. Lower initiative than all the other starting fighter units, sadly, at 40. It's the kind of initiative you normally see from a mage unit. But he does more damage to make up for that, which is nice. Fairly standard. Axe thrower, again, fairly standard. Ranged unit, the axe thrower has great strength and ferocious fighting spirit, allows it to reach any unit during battle. That's right, it's an it. Gender is yet unconfirmed. You can never be sure with dwarves. 65 HP, slightly more than what you'd expect from a standard ranged unit. Initiative is very low compared to the likes of an archer or whatever. And 25 damage. I thought you said you were doing part of it at the beginning. Nope, I'm doing it all. Don't you worry about that, Payne. Same way we did the Elven one, all the way through to the end of the campaign. I'm very well, Clyde. How are you? You notice that I say bless her a lot. Is it a UK thing? As Blasky said, yes it is. Not even a UK thing. It's more like the northeast of England type of thing, perhaps. Prepare for an epic build-up, disappointing last boss fight, people. I can't remember the last boss. He was too busy eating white chocolate to say that he likes white chocolate. Perhaps we were eating it upside down as well, Blasky. I'm not going to let that go. We've got Tenderfoots, which are quite possibly the most interesting available to the dwarves. Tenderfoot's gentle arts increase the force of her allies in battle. 60 HP, fairly standard, chance to hit 100, but what's this? A boost, 25% with the source of life and initiative of 70. What's going to happen here? She will actually increase by 25% the damage output of any unit she blesses in battle. Bless her. So, This is, you can kind of compare the Tenderfoot to the likes of the Empire Healers, the Undead Paralyzing Units, etc. Hill Giant is the best thing you can compare to the likes of a Titan from the Empire or Demon, big two space units from the Demons. Hill Giant possesses strength so great that it chooses an uprooted tree as its weapon. 210 HP, nice bulky tanky type unit, 60 damage with a 30 initiative, so very slow but quite powerful. That is also true, yes, Blasky. I get that a lot, directed at me, strangely enough. And it's also her as well, bless her. Good evening, Sarah, how are you? Nice to see you. So that's the lineup, basic unit wise. Let's have a quick look through at the unit upgrade trees. You can see it's very, very fighter heavy. Get a few mages. Not so big on the ranged unit side. And even though you've only got 2 paths, you get some considerable upgrades for the giants. Let's have a quick look at the warrior ones. The one thing I like about the warrior ones and the dwarves in general, I know I say this all the time, but they are the masters of diversity, which appears to be the hot word at the moment. So you'll see a lot of units diverging into different damage types with the dwarves. Off the top of my head, I can think of air, water, fire. There we go. There's 3. That's good enough. Earth. One of them has Earth, the mage leader. Bless that bald beauty. No, I don't get that. Sorry. No, I never heard that before. Really missed the capital music from Rise of the Elves and Dark Prophecy. Oh, I'm sorry. Clans had the best ones in terms of the capital music. What happened to the capital music? Oh, in Rise of the Elves, I see. I am playing as a Guildmaster Lord, yes, Asura, as challenged by Clyde. This is what newer AAA games need. Yes, absolutely, yes. So fighter-wise, we can get an upgrade to a warrior. Gets a nice big HP damage boost. Very standard upgrades. Warriors are the warrior is always ready to battle for the glorious God Wotan. Yeah, whatever. Mage-wise, we get the novice. Magical potions of the novice increase the damage of one unit in battle. We've got a little bit more gender bender going on. That's what Disciples is known for. That's what we come for. Yes, diversity, good. Because it goes from a rather lovely lady looking unit in the Tenderfoot to a kind of Ratman type creature with the novice. Quite what's going on here, I don't know. We can only assume he's been on the hormone replacement treatment and it went horribly wrong and he's got it all over. Anyway, boost damage is increased to 50%, so it's going to increase by 50% the damage that they bless in battle. Quite good. Some of the extra upgrades are very interesting. What I like about the upgrade tree in the mountain clans is that you don't have to worry about the first upgrade. You don't have to think that much at the start. Yeah, I can get behind that. Is that not the same with any others? Okay. Largely speaking, it's the same. But the dwarves, you've got absolutely no choice in terms of all the first upgrades. Crossbowman upgrade from the axe thrower is very standard, as you can see. Decent HP and damage upgrade. Crossbowmen rain death upon their adversaries with each volley. And finally, our hill giant upgrades to a rock giant. The massive rock giant hurls giant boulders at its foe. 310 HP, 90 damage. Still just as slow. I would query this attack name called Punch, because it really doesn't look like a punch. If it does, then he's got problems. So we'll get to that eventually. Right. Okay. Have I covered everything? We'll cover spells once I actually do manage to build the magic tower. Let's not worry about that now. This unit movement is quite slow, so let's speed this up. Oh, it's already fast apparently. I found we'll stick it on very fast then. Is that everything else right? I've gone back to Galleon's Return. Slightly quicker. Because for me it seemed a little bit more stable than Rise of the Elves. With that I had just some very random disciples 2.exe has stopped working. Jiggery pokery. Which happened a lot. So we'll see how this goes for a bit. It does seem slower. Definitely seems slower. And I don't have that whiny noise when you have like 7,000 frames per second. Demon's fire shall engulf your cities. Thanks. This will be born. Yeah, X asked you today if you can hang out during the midterm. Like, don't want to be a dickhead, and then again, don't want to be used again. Depends what you want, mine. But in my experience, a leopard rarely changes its spots. It's most definitely not being a dickhead if you were used. Yeah, I would argue that they're the dickhead. If you want smoother FPS, use compatibility mode if you aren't. I honestly can't remember if I do or not, but I will check after I've ended the stream. Blasky is straight to the point and advises her to jog. Just say, bless your love, jog on. Sorted. Oh, we can bring forth the mighty Slutbeard. Here comes the dwarf champion. Brodulf, what a stupid name. Sorry, it's hard to see the keyboard because my microphone's in the way. The mighty Slutbeard, chosen by Wotan to transform the land, the dwarf champion plants his rods to expand the High King's territory. That just sounds filthy. I don't know if I've just been watching too many of those Brazzers review films that Jim Sterling does, but that's just a double entendre waiting to happen. Anywho, our mighty rod planter has 150 HP, so I think that's probably the most we've had straight away from a rod planter. And it's a little bit of a disappointing one because it's essentially just a warrior unit. Does 40 damage, 30 initiative, 80% chance to hit. That's it really. That's all there is to it. So yeah, that's all you're getting. What we're going to go with to start with in terms of the initial unit composition, I don't know. Why archer unit? No, do you think we should go with an archer unit now? In Australia they would say bugger off bunker. They said that to everyone though, don't they? On the second level, can your team consist of a giant and boosty chick if you have enough leadership? I highly doubt we will have enough leadership. We might by the end of the mission. It's possible. It sounds septic from the start. No, I'm going to have to go with what you said initially, Clyde, and say it does sound septic from the start. Which is why we have tenderfoots or tenderfeet, should we say, to apply their ointments. Why were we using the archer leader before? Because we went with the Guildmaster Lord Asura. Depending on what Lord you go with, depends on the first leader you get in the first mission. If you choose a warrior lord, you'll get a warrior leader. If you choose a mage lord, mage leader, and so on and so forth. So when we chose Guildmaster leader, the first leader we got was the ranger leader. It gives you a free one, in other words. Boosty gender fluid person. Oh, BPC, yes. I should just use a warrior. I kind of want to use a ranged leader, a ranged unit now. Let's go with an axe thrower. Just so we've got a little bit of redundancy, just in case we come across any nasty ranged peeps. I think Tenderfoot is kind of putting all of our eggs in one basket, because all we'd be able to do is just boost a Slutbeard. And then we're kind of stuck. We obviously can't use a giant because this guy only starts off with 1 leadership. So it's a choice between Axe Thrower and Warrior, really. Slutbeard requires 120 XP. Yes, in other words, too many. Never played the Clans campaign. Are they going to get area effect damage? Yes, many area of effects damage, Asira. But we'll go through that. Anyway, to battle. And it's nothing but thugs. Fantastic. Oh, and a Master Thug. Brilliant. Couldn't have started any better. Looks like we're going to start off with these guys. I've not really thought too much about the strategy that we're going to have to employ with these guys. How much damage does he do? 40. We could get rid of the thug in 1 turn. This pleases me. Especially early days. I think it's going to be a bit of the opposite from the other rod planters that we had. So with the Undead, we had the good fortune of having a paralysing unit as the rod planter leader. With the Empire, we had obviously a healer. Probably going to have to send him back just for some healings. And with the Elves, we had someone who could summon in trees to block the way. Oh, Dank there with all the spumblers. All the spoomb. Yes, that's true. Even the dwarven... I always struggle to think of what to name these units. The dwarven kind of auxiliary unit. I'm going to have to show you. Auxiliary unit just sounds stupid. This unit here. It's kind of a unit on its own in terms of when you recruit it. You build this structure here, and then you get the additional unit appear at the bottom of the unit recruitment screen. Even that's an area of effect damage dealer, as far as I'm aware. In Disciples, a Wolfman, yes. Not in Disciples, it's some sort of god, isn't it? Or a giant wolf that devours worlds, yeah. That's kind of what I was going for. There is the first of our objectives. Spring Frost. Not the most terrifying of dwarven names, I'll admit. The thing that blows ice at you, yes. It's a walking fridge freezer. How can you tell your ex kindly no? Do you really want to be kind to them if they've screwed you around, though? Mine? Just say I appreciate the offer, but I don't think it's a good idea. Something like that. Straight to the point. My lord, how did the runes ever become lost? Will Wotan not be angry if we treat his gifts thus? Sorry, I went a bit Mrs. Doubtfire. After the Great Wars, much was lost. Whole cities were burned and clans extinguished. We had no way to protect the runes then, but now we must show strength. Right, okay. Cool story, bro. I'd like to start showcasing some of the extra abilities from the thieves. Yeah? That's right. I should point out that the downside to doing this Rod Planter challenge is this guy has a fairly annoying voice. So, yeah, we're just going to have to deal with that. However, we do need 200 gold coins before we can recruit our first thief. So, we'll see. Mine is a gentleman, isn't he? He's a knight of the old. I prefer just jog, that's... Yeah, jog done. Can Slutbeard have Mrs. Doubtfire voice? Yeah. The only downside is that Slutbeard won't actually talk. I think it was only actually in Rise of the Elves when they gave the main leader who triggered the encounter an actual voice. In the old one, it just didn't say. Just didn't. Your hero didn't speak at all.
You should consult the elders.
Thanks. Do some Astaroth voice for Slutbeard. I can do his description for you.
Chosen by Wotan to transform the land.
No, that's not going to work. Not if I want to last another, 2 hours or something. Let's play it down with the Astaroth voice. It's been a while since I've done that. Right, let's carry on. Enough dawdling.
For Wotan!
He does sound like just a snivelly little shit, really. Don's mega fedora. Can we have an artist's impression of that, please, Clyde? I'd like to see that. Just go with the old classy Scottish accent. Perhaps a Billy Connolly. Okay. Having said that, Billy Connolly pretty much is anyone's Scottish accent, really, let's face it. I shall have your unguarded treasure, good sir. No, I won't, because something's going to happen. King Morrock, come quickly. We have returned, and the news we bring is not favourable. My lord, the legions of the damned have returned to Nevendar. We came across your son south of here, lying dead amongst fire and burning rock. He had this rune clenched between his fingers. It's Skadi's Liberty Rune. Okay. Oh, my son, Gimnar, he lies lifeless. I wouldn't have permitted the undertaking its crest if I'd known how did this horrible thing happen. I'm sorry, I can't read this text. I'm having trouble already. Then Gimnar has failed his mission. By the use of his rune, Betharazan should have been sealed forevermore in his mountain prison. Please scout the area and find out what is afoot. I fear. I just generally fear. Just one of those general fears that kind of overwhelms you. Anyway, back to nabbing this treasure. Thank you. Potion of swiftness. Why not? Oh, and there's the Legions of the Damned capital already. My memories of this mission are flooding back already. Because these, our quest objectives, I expect are probably in, complete opposites sides of the map. Well, that's what you'd expect anyway. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to find that out. Okay, let's stick with that. You're way better at doing voices as a kid. Wanted to be a voice actor when you grew up because I was into anime. Can't do it like I used to. I used to do a very good Mr. Bean impression when I was younger. I don't think I can do that anymore. It does correlate with the Legions campaign, and which in turn also correlates with the Undead campaign. You keep on apologising to people in your videos. The damn text is still hard to well, if it was full screen, I might not have a problem, but the fact that I have to run it windowed in order for OBS to deal with it correctly is the problem. Okay, so we have the choice of an upgrade structure or a thief. I personally think we're going to get a bit more value out of a thief because we don't need the upgrade structure quite yet. So let's grab this guy. This is the Dwarven Thief. It does look suspiciously like his little mouth has been painted on his beard, or perhaps he has a mouth sticker, which is a mouth, and then it's just been stuck over his beard like that, which I think is quite sad. So obviously I'm having a cruel joke on him. Anywho, yeah, more, as you'd expect, more HP than your average thief. more damage than your average thief, and slower than your average thief. So you're beginning to see a trend now with the dwarves. Beginning to understand why they're my least favourite race. On hold until mid-June. This is the one that you sent me, mate. You're such a tease. Go to steal in the shop. You have a 60% chance. Am I right in thinking that our chances to steal are increased because we're actually a guildmaster leader now? Steal is in items or beams. That was quite sultry, wasn't it?
I'm busy.
Ooh. Right, let's see what these extra commands are. So normally we would just have poison party, and duel. Was it just those two? We've also got counterfeit orders. The thief sends a false message to the enemy, changing the battle position of the party. Is a little bit RNG. You can, of course, just keep on using it. The chances of success are normally quite high. But this can bring squishy units from the back to the front row. It can do the opposite. It can do bring melee units to the back where they can't attack because they can only attack adjacent units. So it can be very useful but very RNG based. Assassinate will just assassinate the unit in the enemy party. Again RNG, but potentially useful. As for what we're going to use, I was going to say poison, but that won't actually really help us, so I'll do the counterfeit orders just so you can see what it does. I was kind of expecting just to fail. So it's put a thug on the back line, so this actually does help us, because only the thug on the front line will be able to attack us, and because they have quite high initiative, we should actually should have prevented some damage with that, but we'll see. So this guy just defends, whereas both of them would have attacked Slut-beard before. So if we use both of these guys to kill one of the thugs, the other thug will now attack, but he was going to attack on the second turn anyway. So instead of Slut-beard taking 3 lots of damage, he just takes 2. And he's taken 3. But if you can imagine, if you can imagine him missing when the 2 were on the front line, he would have taken 4 lots of damage. Aha! Just stay with me. That was actually a good thing that we did there with the counterfeit orders. And he can't make it back to the capital. That's sad. You still prefer the Elven Thief? Yes, I trusted you. It's heart-rendering. I also miss the Dwarven Thief. His little death cry from Sacred Lands. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? I've never heard that before. Counting his money from pimping out Slut-beard. I would do an impression of the dwarf from Sacred Lands and his little death cry, but I wouldn't want to spoil it. I wouldn't do it justice. You've got to listen to it yourself. Right, that's all we're doing there. I got 3 attacked, yes. Didn't get 4 attacked though. My gold! No, I can't do it. Go and listen to it. Yes, it's hilarious. I can't do it justice. You've got to go and listen to it.
Come on. For the elders.
Shut up. That's going to get annoying. But anyway, we'll get over it. Spearman's going to be nasty. Three thugs, maybe too many. Orc champion is definitely too much for us at this stage. Oh, we can go after That doesn't really sound like a dwarf to me. I'm stinking rich. I don't know what that is. Anyway, let's do a bit of scouting. More thugs, master thugs. It's the usual slim pickings at this point. Really don't want to go up against a master thug, I will be honest. Alright, we can travel around that side. Whoa, we went for it. Nope. 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 Master thugs, for God's sake. Alright, you can chill out there. Dank orders on the spearman. I'm trying to think of how we would do this. We would essentially want the spearman to go onto the back line and the archer to be brought to the front. It's just too much damage there. I mean, we could try an assassination and see if we can whittle it down. If we could whittle it down to just the spearman, we might be able to deal with it. It would be tough, though. The thief is very, very much unlike the others, indeed, yes. Maybe we'll get an archer up front. Possibly.
57. I'm stinking rich.
No, I really likes that little sound clip, doesn't it? Invocari Ignis, isn't it? That's what he says. Invocari Ignis. Kia Sinistra. Something like that.
Of course.
No idea what it means because I'm an ignorant. Ignis is definitely fire, yeah. Invocari. Yeah, well, there you go. It's quite easy when you split it up like that, isn't it? Invoke fire. Or invocation of fire. There you go, another mystery solved.
Aye.
This thief has reminded me a bit like a bit of Bob Ross.
I'm busy.
He's very softly spoken. Right, let's see what's in here. It's always bothered me that the chance to success against scouting out a ruin is always 90%, but I don't think I've ever failed. It's weird. More greenskins. You see, these wouldn't be too much of a problem if we had an entire dwarven army, as it were. Like a full group of 4 units. Archfiend has the most calming voice ever. Archfiend. Who's the Archfiend again? Councillors. I don't know. I can't remember any of the councillor stuff. I should really know because I played through as the councillor for the YouTube videos. It's a bit embarrassing. Oh, Master Thug on its own. Maybe we can do that.
Of course.
Well, Slut-Beard seems to think so.
Aye. Come on.
Maybe have a look back up here.
Yeah?
That's our second objective. Does the thief like happy little trees? Of course he does, yes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, the Archdevil. Yeah, I would probably agree. In terms of the demons, yes. But that's not saying much, let's face it. The councillor is... Yeah, the councillor's hard to make out because he's got a strange effect applied to his voice. It's like a whiny type voice, isn't it? Orc champion, that's not happening. Nope. It's looking like our best bet for a battle that we're going to actually walk away from are these goblins. So I'm going to start making his way down there.
I'm busy. Yeah.
fact, so let's get another thief on the go. In fact, I could probably also build the upgrade structure for our ranged unit, the shooting range. Whoops. Sorry, there it is, in case you're wondering. It says something like anima. Huh. Trying that Lone Master Thug. I think it's probably going to be a case of us just having Slutbeard accompanied by a little entourage of thieves. Which is the standard play, really. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry, Dankbeard. That was just really stupid. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. I'm really sorry. I sometimes forget to hold down control when I'm doing my little pathfinding. My fault. Counselor is an oversized drag lady with wings, which I assume may have to do with the sin of sloth. Wow, that's deep. Sorry, Dank. You will return, don't worry. There's plenty more opportunity for you to die. I mean, be reborn as a dwarf. I don't think we need any help with this battle. Having said that, we could maybe rearrange their formation again. Or maybe not. I don't think we need it. I think we should be fine. Alright, so the thing is, he's going to survive another 2 attacks from the goblins. Oh, sod it, I'm just going to try and kill him. Could have done with... Bah. Could have done with them going for Slutbeard. Getting him to defend now is just a waste of time. Ugh, he missed anyway. Well, he deserves to die then. Oh, and he deserves to die as well. Everyone deserves to die. That's it. Game over. That was just shitballs. All that for 22 XP. That's more than I thought, actually. Just go play Dwarf Fortress or something. And we'll call it Disciples 2 Simulator. Why not? I've never actually played Dwarf Fortress. It looks a bit... what's the word?
I'm busy. Yeah? Aye.
Can't think of the word. Intimidating, that's it, yeah. Just with, you know, everything going on and... What the hell does all this mean? What's this capital C in the middle of nowhere mean? Does that mean I'm dead? So, I could potentially poison the shit out of this guy and get him to the point where he just is going to take one hit and then just wipe him out with Slutbeard, who will get a load of XP. Might even level up, actually. 55% chance to poison. That's fairly shit. I'm going to go for it. Okay. It doesn't feel like, to me, that the dwarves have that the guildmasters thieves have that much of an improvement percentage wise. You would have thought they'd be much better at the job, really. Alright, I'm going to quickly send them back. to heal his thing. Oh shit, no, I don't need to do that. I've got a life potion. Oh god. Completely forgotten how to play this game. I'm sorry.
Aye.
Alright, you can come around here.
Certainly.
Can you get a 5 units party for the rod planter? Yes, you can, eventually. It's not like the other leaders upgrading where they only get 2 extra leadership points because they're maxed out at that point. It keeps on giving you leadership as a level up perk.
My favorite color is gold. Got it?
Miss RPG used to play that. Recorded the Heroes of Might and Magic back in the day. Back in the day. Back in my day. Build the thing to upgrade the unit. I believe we have, Asura. We've built the... oh shit. That's not good at all. Let me just double check. Yeah, we've built the shooting range, so our axe throws are going to be upgraded into proper Scottish people with proper tartan things. Question now is... this is bad planning on my part. I really didn't want to get involved with the legions at this point.
Certainly.
Does he have enough movement points to get there? He does. Probably going to have to do some sort of tactical retreat.
Do that.
What do we have? 80% chance to poison. Assassinate would be nice. It doesn't have anything to steal. I'm going to infiltrate spy for now, just because it's probably a good idea to see what we've got going on. Fairly standard. Okay.
I'm busy.
Right. I think we're probably going to have to turn our attention elsewhere. But to where? You know what? I'm quite liking the look of this spearman. Why are you going around that way? That's just stupid.
Aye.
More interesting to go as a guildmaster in the Undead Hordes. You get a vampire who heals himself. Everyone else, you just get a crossbow. I hear.
Aye.
He is quite possibly my favourite leader in the entire game.
Aye. Certainly. Yeah?
What did I do with the Bone Lord mission at Undead campaign? In terms of the one where he turns traitor, I think we just kicked his sorry ass. I think we did anyway. I think we killed him. You don't understand a thing. Why does Astroth have one leadership but I can't put units in his party? Yeah, I think it's what Dank says. One leadership is essentially what he needs in order to exist in his own party, because you have the leader, and then you have the leader who spans across 2 rows, if you know what I mean. So if you can imagine the hill giant would have a leadership of 1 because that's kind of like the leader slot, and then you need an extra slot there for 1 extra unit, if that makes sense. He tempted to go Nosferat, but he wanted to check out the spells of all races and showcase the spell books. Well, it doesn't stop you from getting a Nosferat, though, if you really wanted to. What did you do with the thing that turns your leader against you?
You should consult the elders.
I'm not sure I follow you, Dank. The thing that turns your leader against you. Oh, near the tower. I don't remember that happening. I know what you mean, though. Yeah, I can't remember what happened. No. I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember.
You should consult the elders.
It was the thing, wasn't it? It took over your units.
Certainly.
I just don't think it happened. I know it sounds boring, but I think it just did not happen. Anyway, we need to find a worthier target. We should probably keep to the northern part of the map. That much is certain.
Aye.
Why is this thief still alive? Did the Legion's leader just run off? Okay, that's fine. No, let's bring you around there. You don't like tier 5 spells, you just get 125 damage, powerful as unit, and some buffs or debuffs, that's it. Yeah, but they're very powerful, but normally the prerequisites are far too high in order to get to that point. Chances are, if you can actually gather that much magic, you're probably doing pretty well on the map anyway.
My favorite color is gold. Got it?
I think I did a similar thing, Dank. I remember just charging in, but I don't remember anyone getting... Oh, no! I remember what happened. You get a trinket. Yeah, I remember. You get a trinket from doing the side quest with the mer people. You have to escort one of the mermaids to a certain point on the map. She gives you some sort of ocean charm. That makes the leader who holds it immune to the mind control. That's what happened. Yes, I remember now.
Certainly.
Either that or I've made that completely up, and that didn't happen at all. Pretty sure it did though. Right, we're getting nowhere slowly at the moment. We need to, I think, just use thieves to start wearing people down. So let's start from the middle outwards, I say.
Certainly.
Tell you what, let's also research a spell, because I completely forgot about them. Magic Tower, come to me. Let's see what we got. Level 1 spells. Ice Shield. Enchanted units will receive 10% less damage from attacks. Nice. Low cost, but effective. Does what it says on the tin. 10% less damage. Forest Walk, not bad. Target sack will suffer no move penalty when venturing in forests. That's not because I can't read the text, it's because I'm getting too excited. Hecatomb spell looks awesome. Is that just the 125 damage one? Thank. The level 5 clan spells. The Legion and the Elves spells. Wrath of the Glades. Ooh, we didn't actually do Create Forest, did we? Because it sounded boring. But it looks good. I take it. Vithar's Might increases by 10% the damage inflicted by enchanted units in battle to complement your Ice Shield. Blizzard will inflict 15 points of water damage to target units. And your good old level 1 summoning spell, which is summoning the rock. Level 2 spells, which is the highest ones we have access to at the moment. Hymn of the Clans increases by 15% the initiative of target units. Very useful for the dwarves because they are quite slow. 15% is annoying because it still doesn't make your warrior units faster than enemy warrior units. Normally your warrior units as a dwarf have 40 initiative. So if you give them an extra 15%, it boosts it up to 46. And normally all the enemy warrior units have an initiative of 50, so you're still behind. So it doesn't really help you that much. But it will mean that they go before, I don't know, enemy mage units. Seafaring is incredibly helpful. The party will suffer no penalty when sailing on water for a day, and it's got a very low casting cost as well, which is nice. Ice Pillar, direct damage spell, 30 points of water damage instead. Healing, which is always good, for 30 hit points. And Sybil's Vision, Sybil, disperses a small area of fog of war. It doesn't summon Basil, unfortunately. It's alright. Don't normally need to use it because you just don't really. I might go with just a direct damage spell for now. Let's just keep it simple. Level 500 spell that creates a bunch of undead around the target and decimates it. Interesting. I don't think I've seen it. Great Forest, it will be up later. Nice. You should just do videos just of all the spells, Pain. That would be fantastic. Tier 5 spell called Nightshade or something that is really OP but useless because... Oh, the one where it restores all the fog of war. Yeah. That's fantastic if you're up against an actual human. The name Sybil sounds familiar. Basu! That's the only hint I'm giving. What's the ability of a Dwarven Rod Planter? Let us have a look. It's called Axe. And that's all you're getting. It is smack on head, yes. It should just be jog. Yeah, 40 damage. It's just a warrior type unit. So it's going to be very hard initially, I think. But should get a little bit easier as we go along when he becomes a fairly competent warrior. That's the hope anyway.
Aye, I'm busy. Aye.
I'm going to speed this up slightly with some Blizzard. I watched Worst Witch growing up. There is a witch called Sybil. I didn't watch Worst Witch. That's probably after my time. I was going to say before my time, but that's wishful thinking, I think, isn't it? It's not even an axe. No, you're right. It is not even an axe. It's some sort of strange dwarven rod thing. Just smacks them with his rod. Way. Alright, so I think a bit more poison, and then this guy is probably ripe for the picking.
Aye, certainly. Of course.
And because we don't really have anything else to spend the money on, let's get more thieves.
Certainly. I can do that.
I can do that. Oh, we can actually as well. That's a surprise. I would have probably gone for this, but I don't think we can actually get to him now, can we? Let's try. Oh, we can. Great. Speed things up slightly. I don't think we're going to do that much more damage. And we obviously want him to survive, otherwise we won't get the delicious XP. So Slutbeard is going to take some extra damage. You're right, that does not look like an axe. I mean, if you're calling that an axe, then I would question your heritage as a dwarf, first of all. Call that a knife. Excellent. There we go.
Aye. I'm busy. Of course.
Okay, so it's essentially just going to be playing with hordes of thieves, I think, at the moment. 90s. I don't remember the Worst Witch. Was it a UK thing? Might not have had it in the UK. Good evening, Veril. How are you? Nice to see you. Mountain Clan's hype. It's a tricky one. But then again, let's face it, what Rod Planter Challenge isn't tricky at the start? Does the damage increase as he levels up? Yeah, it's the standard kind of leveling up shenanigans of what you'd expect from a warrior leader, more or less. Should get pretty good once you get to fair few, once you get to decent banner and a couple of artifacts. I'm fairly confident. Now there's a there's a level 5 spell summon, and if I ever saw one. Don't like the look of 2 Master Thugs, I'll be honest. Let's turn our attention northwards. Northbound. North something. Thank you very much, Veril. I think mine's doing a bit of lurking at the moment. Maybe he's working things out with his ex. I don't know. The little guy somehow managed to become your favourite faction in this. I want to like the dwarves, I really do. I really want to like them. And I get why people would like them. They're quite sturdy. Excuse me. So, yeah. That's the thing. I like that. I like the fact that they're very tanky. But the lack of... It's not even a lack of damage, it's a lack of quick damage, really. I like nice quick units. But that's just not happening. Can I briefly pause the stream? I can, yes indeed. If people would like to just hang fire for just a moment. We'll be just back, right back, with more madness. More moment. Apologies for the interlude there. T5 melee units of the units have 50... sorry, 70 initiative. Yeah, only the Defender of Faith. The Holy Avenger just still goes with 50, I believe. Is it not? Yeah, it was a very slutty interlude, I've got to say. Anywho. Carrying swiftly on. I still think it's a good idea to start from the middle and work our way outwards in terms of getting rid of some of these guys. The only downside is with these thugs is that they just offer very little experience. Everyone stop saying aye. Right, you're going to have to rest up for a turn, and then we'll get going. Let's see if we can kill that guy. Personally, I think the dwarves are going to be a little bit harder than the... Well, all of the other rod planters that we've played so far. Main reason being is that we've got to kind of keep the rod planter on the front row in order to make the best use of him, which will also be our main source of damage, let's face it. So we're going to run the risk of him dying quite a lot. But if we're a little bit careful, I think we'll get away with it. Ugh. You're busy failing. Go around that way, thank you. Alright, maybe one more? Yes. You wouldn't want to know, Clyde. It's too slutty even for you. Elspeller's glitch raises your HP 5 by 50% per... Hang on a second. It raises your HP by 50% permanently, but it only has 50 HP for a turn. Does it really say that? Because that's wrong on both the 50% and also permanently bit. The only thing about the mountain clans is they're a bit too perfect. I mean, their movement is cut back, but that's it. Really? Dwarven clans are... Mountain clans are too perfect. I never expected to hear that, but it's nice you think of them that way. Right, you can die. And can we get a 1-turn KO? We can. 22 XP. We're getting there. We're not far off a crossbowman, at least. It's very slow going though. But again, that's nothing different. You need to leg it. Although he is quite damaged. No. I don't even know what I was tempted to do there. So can we just keep on assassinating them and then duel? Well, no, that's just not going to work. Let's have another thief and eye up this guy because that worked well last time. So I guess we can keep on going. Good.
Of course. I'm busy. Yeah?
Combination of eyes and busyness. Does it say 50% though? "20 movement points is bad, but with no terrain penalties, it's plenty." And also a level 3 spell, which I believe restores all of your movement points. Is that right? Something crazy like that. Ah, it does in Italian. Interesting. Asura with the extra details there, sneaky details. Then you tell us it's Italian. See, that's just lazy Italian translation, isn't it? That's what you expect from the Italians. Plus, if you can cast haste, you can travel the map easily. It is, definitely. I'm not really fancying anything else on there at the moment. We could even, do more damage with a rock. I'm thinking, instead of if all else fails and the thieves just don't work the magic. We could rely on the rock just to do some focus damage, I think. I'm going to build a temple because we need heals. That's fine. I'm willing to do that just to speed that entire thing up. We've got that guy who is damaged down there. Is he actually going to go after the Orc Champion? Surely not. If he goes after that Orc Champion, then he is mullered. He can literally jog. It's these Italian translators. They just phone it in, don't they? They're not that bothered. They're too busy having a haircut or something.
I can do that.
And I can say that because I work with an Italian person. And he's just baffling at the best of times.
Certainly.
He's a very mysterious individual. I think when he gets stressed, he just immediately goes to the toilet. I don't know what he's doing, but that's his little safe space. And that's fine. Alright, this isn't bad. I think we may need one more poisoning.
Yeah?
I can't remember. Thug has 65 HP. I'm going to do one more poisoning.
Busy. I can do that.
Considering it's 80% chance to success. Sorry, slut-cess. I think it's fine. That should hopefully be it. And we can wipe them out in one turn. Why does he move so quickly? I think he's on steroids. Yes, this looks good. Provided everyone hits. And a double level up. We've got 40 damage from the crossbowman now, and Slutbeard's damage has gone up to 50. I was expecting that only to go only by 5. If his attack goes up by 10 every time, he's going to be a ball breaker by the time he gets to like level 10. Interesting. Oh, that's encouraging to know. Question is, at this point, I should probably ask it now before we get too far into the campaign. What do people want me to do leadership-wise? Am I sticking to a 3 leadership run in the same way I did with the elves? Or should we go full tilt with all the leadership? It is up to you. Oh, the background's changed. There's this little stone ancestor above me there. Being an Italian, well, part Italian, we're either loud and angry or passive aggressive when we're annoyed. Loud and angry or passive aggressive. I'm trying to think of what my co-worker falls into. I think he's just baffling. I'm not entirely sure if he is actually Italian or not. Might just be faking it. You ever known Italians to fake being Italian? Also, why are these guys attacking me? I haven't done anything to them. That was a bit sad. Is he going to keep on going? No. Do 4 leadership to get 2 giants. Would this be leading on to perhaps another challenge, Asira? Are you challenging me to perhaps beat the game on the final mission with just the Rod Planter and 2 giants? Is that what you're trying to say, is it? Or am I reading into this too much? What are we going to give Slutbeard? What will benefit him the most? Artifacts? Banner Bearer? I'm going to go with Artifact Law. Is that a yep to the challenge? All right, let's do it. So we're gonna get 4 leadership points, and then for the final mission, we're just gonna go with double giant. We'll see if we can do that. Yeah. How much does warrior hero hit for at level 1? 50, right? I think it's a little bit more slow-mo. What you expect with the dwarven leaders at 60. There you go. What you expect with the dwarven leaders is they're slower, but they hit harder and they have more HP. I believe the Empire warrior leader maybe has 150 HP, maybe 200. You always find that the dwarven ones will do a little bit more damage, have more HP, but be slower. And that's the case with the warrior leader. Yeah, he does 60 as a base damage. I don't see why not go full tilt. With the Elven Sage, you could summon, but not with the... Oh, you could summon, yes. With the Dwarven Rod Planter, I think when I got high enough, I started putting mages on the front line. Mage leaders, yes, because you get natural armor and Iron Skin potion and all sorts of crazy shit. 50 and it goes up by 10. Yeah. Wait for me. I want to see. Do you want to see Doom? And good evening to you. Are you well? Nice to see you. I should also point out that I did today upload the box cover art for Disciples Dark Prophecy because I'm streaming within within that game category, and I noticed it didn't have any box art, so I did the same for Rise of the Elves, and I'd like to say that my box art was chosen and put on Twitch on the game listing, so I would like to think that it'll hopefully happen for Dark Prophecy as well. How's the Bloodlust going on? It's slow. It's slow work, mine, sadly. We've got an interesting twist to the challenge, though. We're going with full leadership, as suggested by Sura, and for the final mission, I have to complete it with just the Rod Planter and 2 Giants. So we'll see how that goes. When you get to the expansions, I think you showcase the Giants enough. Most likely we'll be showcasing the Yetis, different combinations. I used a Fiend for the final mission for the Legions of the Damned, and it worked rather well, I've got to say. Good evening to you, Doom. You alright? Kept attacking your Dryad, but it's useless. She had the most armour. Yes. I don't know why they do that. They just see it as the biggest threat, so it doesn't matter if they have 90 armour, they'll still attack it. You've not missed a great deal, Doom. We've chosen the Guildmaster as our Lord, and we've got Slutbeard ready for action. He's only just managed to get to level 2 and got himself a crossbowman. But it's not going terribly. It's the slow progress that we expected, or at least I suspected anyway. But the first mission, as you may well be aware, is that we've got to collect 3 runes from 3 different places. We've got Sky Mine, which has a primitive giant. We've got this place, which we've not yet explored, and probably some other place around here, I would expect. But we'll see. Yep, mine, 4. So we can have 2 giants. 2 giants, as in giants leveled up or evolved giants. I'm not entirely sure if I understand you there, Doom. Normal giants? What, like hill giants? Are we talking about hill giants? You want me to beat the final mission with hill giants? 2 hill giants? 2 hill giants? Is that what we're going with? Seriously? I'm willing to give it a try. Wow, Assyria's gone completely off the deep end. Okay. I might regret doing this, but if that's what my beautiful viewers want, then who am I to disagree? Oh, that's sad times. Next. I'm trying to think if that's going to actually be possible. Great. A little bit more direct damage and I think we should be alright. Let's think. I mean, on the plus side, the hill giants will not require a lot of HP. Not HP, XP. 400 XP. So you're not talking about much before they level up. I mean, before I agree to this, I know I've agreed to it kind of in principle, Sierra, I have had an idea for a separate Disciples 2 challenge, which would be the no promotion challenge. So I would just play through Disciples normally with a normal leader, and essentially what I would do is just not promote any unit at all throughout the entire thing. So when you see this button here, lock unit type. So if we were to use it on the Tenderfoot, the unit will continue to level up, but the type is actually locked, so they will not be promoted. So I was thinking about doing that as another challenge for Disciples 2. In case, and I think that will be kind of what the path you were going down in terms of getting me to finish the final mission with just unevolved giants. If anyone is aware of the last mission will understand, and since no healing, it's going to be quite tough. I would say let's go with Evolved Giants. And then... Thank you, Asura. I'm glad you finally saw reasoning. And then we'll think about, once all of the Rod Planter challenges are done, we'll think about at some point doing the non-promotion challenge. How does that sound? And then you will get your wish, and we will do the final dwarf mission with no promoted units. I think I've just about managed to dig my way out of that one. Maybe. Anyway, more Master Thugs to kill. Why is it all Master Thugs? It's like the game doesn't want you to enjoy the Mountain Clans saga. So he's definitely going to get hit by this guy. You can't kill him, so I'm tempted to get him to defend, actually. Nice. When you get to the expansions, will be going on very hard. See how that goes, but we'll not be capping my units. That's a suicide mission. I think that's probably a wise choice. Pain. Oh, as if by magic. Pretty sure I gave him Artifact Law, didn't I? Excellent. We've got the Dwarven Braces, which will inflict 10% more damage in battle. So he's already up to 55. Fantastic. I always found the expansions to be very, very easy to begin with. It was, you could steamroll pretty much everything at the start of all the missions in the expansions just because your leader was so ridiculously powerful. Especially if you had a mage leader, they could just one shot kill everything. So I think going on very hard is a good move. It should make it much more interesting. Elder Ones or Sons of Ymir? It's so far away, Doom. Let's put that on the back burner. Maybe I'll do a vote and then people can decide which ones I go with for the final mission. I like the idea of 3 leadership, but whatever flows the chat boat. I know you're keen on your three leadership ones, mine, but Asura's beat you to it. I think one of your videos put something like all these thugs everywhere, no wonder and Evan was going down the tubes. Yes, it was going very hard. I should do very hard at least once just to say that I did. I was kind of tempted to rack up the difficulty for this Rod Planter challenge, but maybe I can just go out in a blaze of glory and do very hard on the Legions of the Damned Rod Planter challenge. Let's just see. That's going to hurt if he actually does attack. I'm going to have to bring Slutbeard back. Okay, you can't actually attack him. So let's just try and impede him with a bit of spells, I think. Stress pays off at the beginning. Just at the beginning. Good evening, Patrick. How are you doing? Have you been streaming much recently? I've not seen you online. What the hell's going on with that? And have you been enjoying Fire Emblem Heroes? More importantly. Legion Rod Planter is useless. You just get 1 XP for battle if you use her. This is true. Unless you use her in a garrison or capital fight. If you use her in a fight where the enemy literally can't run away, then she will paralyze them instead. That's not going to happen. Okay, we're running a bit of a risk with this. I think just to make sure, I'm going to heal him. Surely he's not stupid enough to attack Slutbeard in the capital, because he's got a 50% armor boost now. We will see.
I'm busy.
Work lately? Oh, streaming's more important than work, surely. But yeah, I know how it goes. I'm right in thinking you do kind of manual labour for work as well. So yeah, I can understand that. I don't know how I would deal with manual work. I'd just sit in a chair, turning computers off and on again. It's alright for me. Where are we going from here? I'd like to say around this area, but it looks like the legions are kind of moving in. I'm going to just leave this thief here, just in case he does get a bit ballsy and come towards us. We'll see what happens. Had some money left over. We could have recruited another thief to impede his march towards us. Depends if he's going to actually go for it. Nope, he's running off. Fine. You saw a guy using hair on a guardian to take him off. Capital Guardian? Yes. I think I might have seen the same video of Sierra. Because I think it was a 3 leadership one as well. So it was... I think it was the... Baroness. Maybe a gargoyle. And someone else, I think. Does if you work from 10:30 to 5:30 in a kitchen? Oh, I can imagine, yes. It's like really hot and awful. When you replace your potato laptop, I'll record yourself playing all the classes. On very hard. Even the Red Planter Challenge. I look forward to seeing it, mine. On very hard. Worked in the kitchen before they get bloody hot. Yes. Working in heat is a different level of getting tired. I mean, working and just getting tired is fine. Working in heat is just awful. Because, I don't know about you, but as soon as I start getting hot, I just start feeling sleepy. I just want to go to bed. The worst part is that they have aircon. Is it air conditioning? I would have thought that would have been alright in a kitchen. I thought it would have been fairly welcome anyway. I don't really know where to go with this. I think that's a bit too much for us, 2 Master Thugs. So they can do wallop out a fair amount of damage. Might work on this guy. 2 orcs. That's another new one from the thief. Oh, favourite colour is gold. I get it. Right, I'm going to see if we can do something with these thieves, just because they're the closest. Bunch of dudes. Wear them down with the blizzard first of all. Trying to find a new job, nothing with dishes, please. Fair enough. I don't mind washing my own dishes. I mean, it's not good to the point where I hate doing dishes so much that I've desperately got to buy a dishwasher. Put it that way. That'll do for now. I think probably going to need another thief at some point. Oh, you have windows. I see. Well, if you're going to have the windows open, then that's fine. You walk into a cold stream of air in a hot area. That kind of stuff actually gives you breathing problems, as far as I'm aware. If you go from very hot to very cold and all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure you can get problems from doing that. Shall we go left into Legion territory? That's what I pretty much always do. Getting those 2 cities really helps. And they're fairly lightly garrisoned. It's probably a good idea, actually, Doom. You should look into that. But what do we have here? A sneaky little demon has perhaps strayed too far. wonder if we can do something with this. Potion of healing. I'm going to cast a spell at him first of all, that's what I'm going to do. And then maybe do a little bit of thievery action. In very hard mode, the units placed on the map are leveled up. Yeah, they so what happens is, as far as I'm aware, I can't remember who told me, probably mine. He's kind of hit the nail on the head there. They start accruing experience while they're under the fog of war. So every single turn you end, while the enemy units or neutral stacks are in the fog of war, they will continue to gain experience and level up. So the longer you leave them uncovered in the map, the stronger they will be. Which is a fairly nifty mechanic, if indeed that's what happens. Mine just might be making stuff up. He's got a habit of doing that, don't you mind? For some reason the windows are not allowed to be open. Is it maybe a health and safety type thing? It sounds like bullshit anyway. We should do some kind of Fire Emblem race. You would win, but it sounds fun, but you'd win. Because I take far too long playing Fire Emblem, as you've probably already seen. Probably because I play it in rather strange ways. See who gets the most in so much time. You can give it a try. I'd probably either be so slow you would win easily, or I'd just completely bollocks it up because I'd just panic. Good evening, Jamal. How are you doing? Anyway, let's do something at least. So we've got the choice of assassination. I'm assuming that's random, or is it the weakest unit? Don't know. We can counterfeit orders to bring the mage unit to the front, but I think we can probably kill the mage in one hit with our ranged unit. We could steal an item. Or we could just go for a good old poison. I'm going to test out assassinate. If we can kill one of those possessed, then that would be rather good. Unit assassinated, cultist. Wah, wah. Fine.
Yeah?
Question. Can we get another thief over to that party?
Aye.
He said aye. Oh, and aye is the answer. I've got Rengor as help. I'm not too sure if he actually helped in the last challenges that I did. We wouldn't know anything about Pennington so much that you'd lose a game of StarCraft 2 to a Zergling Rush. Is Zergling Rush from someone who was playing it on a server as well? And probably didn't have his mouse on an even surface. That's right, I'm going there. He was handicapped. Massively handicapped. Slowly pouring beer in your face and now watching this. That's, living the life, isn't it? You've made it. Apart from watching this, of course. You must be desperate. Knowing of Zergling Rush doesn't mean you can counter it in time. True. What am I doing? I'm quite tempted to do another assassinate. If I can get it down to 2 units, then I think we can win. Shit. Another thief. For the grinder.
Certainly. I can do that.
Guildmaster indeed, as challenged by Clyde. He wanted to see the Guildmaster in action. Another assassinate. Ah, possessed gone. Excellent. So we're down to just the Chancellor and the possessed. So it's kind of a ranged unit and a melee against a ranged unit and a melee. So I'm liking our chances. Let's finish him off. And he's running off like a wee coward that he is. Well, this is going to be sad because he is actually going to escape. That's the worst part. Whether we can chase him down or not, I don't think so. We might have actually blocked his way of escape. Yes, he's going to have to go either around this way or just completely off on some very convoluted route out there, which is perfect because we want to finish him off, of course. I'm right in thinking that you've kind of started again, Blasky. Have you gone back to the original, the first levels for the co-op heroes? Is that because you changed servers? Yeah, it was so casual. Blasky temporarily lapsed into a coma and then got Zerg-rushed, sadly. Chase him to get 2 life potions. If I could, I would. We're completely out of movement points, so if there's absolutely any chance, we will chase this guy down and grab those potions. But we're going to have to, wait until the next turn to do that. Playing on the used servers. Cool. Is it a bit? Is it nice to start a game from scratch? Sometimes it is. I think you get to start from scratch again, relearn all the basics. Well, not the basics, but you know, unlock all the nice stuff again. Okay. I wonder why they chose to name the evil leader councillor. It's because all councillors are evil, presumably, isn't it? I wonder, is he the one that tells you that you have been damned for eternity to do your deeds? Again, that's what councillors do, I think. Sick adept micro, though, yes. Yeah, that was that close to winning the game with that fantastic micro. Not sure if you can lose this mission or not. Maybe if only the Legion hero gets a rune before you do. I have no idea, Payne, actually. That's a very good question. If they raid one of the ruins before you do. Very good question indeed. Thanks for stopping by, Patrick. Take care. Hopefully see you streaming soon. I'd be interested to see that. The only thing I could potentially speculate would be if they took the rune, you would then have to you'd have to kill the hero who then has took the rune, and then you would see the little rune thing, the little rune circle underneath the hero that's actually stolen it. What does the actual briefing say? Let me check. Gather 3 ruins from the ruins Springfrost, Cragwell, and shut up. Anyway, gather 3 runes from those things. Maybe the AI just won't go near them. Yeah, looks like it. Just how to beat it out of them. That is the disciples' way. So I would expect that much. Okay, how can we chase down this guy? I'm tempted just to stick Slutbeard in the capital. And then we'll see what he does. Because we definitely have to finish this guy off. No question about it. We can't... Oh, he's rest is possessed as well. Oh, more XP. I'm into that. He's looking a little bit scarier with his promoted sorcerer there. In terms of thieves, I guess we should do a little bit more reconnaissance in this area. We, like Doom says, we definitely should take these cities at some point because they're a nice little natural defense area there. I'm just going to have these thieves accompany Slutbeard around the map, I think. If you get runes as an item and they kill your leader, you fail. You can never tell in this game, I find. Sometimes you'll fail, sometimes you'll win. Sometimes it'll give you the opportunity to steal them back or whatever. You don't get them as items. Oh, I see. You just get taken away by a Lawmaster. That, to me, sounds like the enemy AI will just not go to the ruins then. Alright, we can catch up to him. He should be dead now. This looks like it might be a problem because I suspect they'll be moving their warrior leader around to attack that thief. Okay, this is potentially a problem. Well, whoop-de-doo. You still love the succubus underused unit. I plan to use more when I get to the Legion expansion. Succubus underused unit. Okay. You not prefer to go for an incubus? With the fact that the incubus goes for an earth-based type attack instead of mind. Also, I'm not a huge fan of polymorph, I'll be honest. It always seems to break instantly and then the enemy gets a turn anyway. Good evening, Hubba. How are you? You are new and most certainly welcome to our little disciples community. Years ago I had so much pressure rushing to finish missions because I didn't know when they were telling you to hurry, if you were running out of time or if they just said it for the sake of saying it. Yeah, more or less. It's like the end of God, what was it? It was the end of the Elven saga, wasn't it? And I was finishing off all the capitals and it said the Empire army will at some point reach this area, and they never showed up. So it was a little bit of an arbitrary kind of time limit that didn't even exist. Succubus does indeed area of effect poly, yes. Not my favourite unit, I'll admit. Succubi. They're alright. There's worse. So we know that this guy is weakened. It's whether or not we are confident enough that we can actually just go for it and we will survive Zarish. But we will see. I know we can definitely kill this guy, so let's just go for it. Throw caution to the wind. His 2 units are already damaged. I kind of want to weaken the Chancellor. I definitely don't want him running off again. You would, wouldn't you? You little swine. We are indeed, Hubba. We've done the Empire, the Undead, and also the Elves so far. It's been an arduous task, but we've managed to get there so far. We've got the Dwarves and Legions to finish off. That's quite alright, mine. I thought you were a little bit quiet, but that's fine. That's why I've played Disciples 2 on and off over 10 years, because it was so damn confusing. Not confusing, just mysterious, perhaps. A little light on the details, let's just say. It was, I'll admit, it was, Hubba, painful to be. Normally, just to begin with, then there tends to be a little bit of a tipping point where the leader will just get, well, not so much so powerful, but you can get the leader on the front row and then can start soaking up all the damage. That's when it's the tipping point, and you kind of feel like you feel as if, yeah, I can probably actually do this challenge based on this. That is indeed true. Doom, it sounds like you're on commission. That is, everything Doom says is correct, yes. I've got the full Elven campaign on YouTube. Banner of Protection, nice. Lovely, I've done loads of good shit. And also, yes, some of the highlights on the Twitch VODs, if you want to check them out. Rarely play with friends, so yeah. Oh, that's sad news. More thieves, I think. How many do we have, actually? I'm recruiting a new one. I don't really know how many we have. Do we have 3? Alright, maybe we don't need another one. And do desperately need to know what's actually in this party. There we go. Every time we play Disciples, I have the feeling that after the first 2 missions, the game becomes too easy. I would tend to agree, yes. As soon as you get up to 5 leadership, a full army, then yes, I would say so. Actually doing a Rob Planter challenge for me has breathed a lot of new life into the game. Because you're having to change the strategy so much. that's very much appreciated, Doom. The leader's becoming so powerful you just steamroll the first half of the mission. Yeah, I think that's you hit the nail on the head there with what Payne was saying before when he was talking about the expansions. And by the time you actually get to the expansion level, you've got a level 15 leader which can just deal with everything essentially. Which is a bit of a shame, because when I saw that there were expansions, I thought, oh great, it's actual, expansions is going to make the game a lot harder. Ooh. Okay. I think we can probably deal with that. Whether we can chase him down or not, I don't know. I could be sneaky and research and put a rock there. So he can't just run back. Depends on whether he can actually run through this thing. No, those are mountains. We could be sneaky and do that. Summon a rock behind him so he can't actually run off. He'd have to fight the rock. And that would reduce his movement points by half. I'd like to do no promoted units, but damn if they get 10% stat boots for level up. Mages get 1 damage and melee units get 2 more damage. Yep. That more or less sums it up, Asira. I'd like to think I'm going to give it a try. If we can get the Rob Planter challenge done, I will do the no promotion challenge at some point. I may need a bit of a break from Disciples. I'll just put that out there. But when I thought of it, I thought, is that actually possible? Can we do that? Who knows? And then kind of a why not? I might just go insane during the process, but why not? I'm going to stick the rock there. Rock by name, rock by nature, just so I can't pass through this area without having to fight the rock. And then we'll just see what he does, I think. If he hangs around for a bit, fine. He'll either fight the thief or the rock. Be interested to see what he does. You as well after Elven campaign break time. What, you're going to do the no promotion challenge as well? Pain. Should we do it at the same time, see who actually completes it? That would be interesting. Oh, seriously, you can't just get through. You can't just squeeze your little body through there, can you? Okay, I'm just going to have to get you to fall back then. Wait until this enemy thief unblocks the way. And then we'll get ourselves in there. Interested to see what this warrior leader does now. Is he going to go for the thief or the rock? I think it's going to be the thief. That would benefit them the most. Oh, thank you. Oh, that was slightly unexpected. Right, fine. So that was an oversight on my part. I didn't see there was a gap in the mountains. That was just bullshit. I don't know what the hell went on there. Anyway. Maybe with a melee leaders and 300 damage you could be good, but getting there is a pain. Yeah, anyway, it's all about the journey there. It's not about the destination, isn't it? Maybe the game developers should have made more monsters and creatures for the late game stage. The main reason why I stopped playing was because it was too repetitive. There is some truth to that. You kind of rely on the promoted units from the actual races to actually bring the challenge. rather than high-powered neutral units. If that makes sense. They just tend to just... Oh, we'll just put a level 15 rock giant there. That'll be hard enough. Yeah, I see where you're coming from, Hubba. Anywho, can you reach this guy? No, he's just short. Can you reach him if we research... Oh, we can't research seafaring because we need 200 mana. Let me just double check. Yeah, 200 runestone mana. That might have done it. Might have given us the extra movement points to actually attack him. I'm still tempted to run after him. I think this is a good opportunity to get him when he's weakened.
Aye. I'm busy.
And then... How much mana are we getting each turn? Is there a thing which tells us how much mana we get every turn? Is it this thing, isn't it? 75. So, if we get 75 in the next turn, we'll have just enough to research and cast Seafaring, which might give us the edge to catch up with this little tit. And we can take him down.
Certainly.
I say that as if we can actually take him down. I'm 90% sure we can because... Well, I don't know why, but I'm going to have a go anyway. If we can get the thieves to him first as well, to weaken him with some poison, then of course that's better. Melee leaders can get 300 damage easily. The most OP is getting major leaders to that. Indeed, yes. Lots of potions and spells, but once you get it, it's just way too one-sided. Indeed. Even more so if you manage to get a mage leader with anything above, I would say, 60-70 armor. Because you can actually stick your mage leader on the front row as well. And then get some more mages in the back row. How far can we get down here? Is that a troll? Yeah. I think we might be out of luck. I don't know if that's going to work. And I don't really want to waste all that mana, I'll be honest. You know what probably would have worked better? If I summoned a rock there. Which meant he would have had to fight the rock and reduce his movement points in order to move further. Missed a trick there, I think. Hit the Disciples before. I thought it was a Might and Magic rip-off until I decided to play it. It seems that at first you can see it's its own thing. I found Disciples more manageable than Heroes. I felt as if I connected more with Disciples than Heroes. Don't get me wrong, Heroes of Might and Magic is a fantastic series. I really enjoy that as well. But Disciples just has an edge for me. It's more tactical, if you ask me. Alright, abandoning ship with that idea. We're going to have to deal with this guy at some point, but it might be on worse terms. Oh, Undeads. Right, okay, so you're not getting down there, so I have no idea. You're just going to have to come back here, I think. Don't for it, go for it, he's going to kill you in 3 turns. Yes, quite possibly. Let's draw our forces back just a little bit. And figure out who our next target is. Maybe we could do something with this Orc Champion. If we can get this guy damaged enough, we could potentially just take him out in 1 turn. Everyone stop saying "I," please. I will, of course, get another thief because you can never have too many.
I'm busy.
Oh, He's blocked the way, hasn't he? Oh, what an absolute arse. I'm just going to have to leave him there. You're the one who thinks the artwork in Disciples 1 is better than Disciples 2. I really like the unit portraits. Oh shit, another one. Unit portraits are pretty sweet in Sacred Lands. Shit, yeah, that was expected. Oh god, he's got berserkers as well. The map is... Oh god, I've got it coming from both sides here. I've got Chancellor at the top and Duke at the bottom, haven't I? Shite. Anyway, I'll think about this in a moment. Yeah, the other map is undeniably worse. The battle screen is worse. The unit portraits are really nice though. I like those. I kind of feel as if it's the unevolved version of Sacred Land of Dark Prophecy. I feel as if the series evolves nicely into the others. Oh, you meant the character avatars? Yes, in which case I would agree. Absolutely. They put so little work into it, just combining troops into one. Yeah. The actual art for the portraits was really good though. I just wish that they were actually bigger, because when you look at them on Sacred Lands, they're not the size of this. It's like more like the size of this, and that's the biggest you'll ever see them. So I kind of wish they'd actually done more with it. And of course the music is fantastic, as Payne has pointed out. Ghoul is way too OP, his paralyze lasts forever. Paralyze is just one of those things, isn't it? Sometimes the paralysis will last one turn, literally one turn. Sometimes it will last longer for certain units. Which is always a little bit strange. I think I'm going to do a little assassination on this pleb. 60%. I like those chances. I did like those chances. I think we're going to be using thieves a lot in this playthrough. At least initially. Assassinated the possessed. That's a lot of backline damage to our crossbowmen though. You need to run off very quickly. I know it's just more money down the drain, but we need more thieves. We don't have anything else to spend our money on. Let's face it, so I'm more than happy just to throw more thieves at this guy. See if we can get this gargoyle assassinated. Nice! Okay, I think he is done. Oh, don't say I can't actually get to him. Oh yes, we can. There we go. Thank God. I get the feeling we'll actually be able to run off, because I don't think we can actually do that much damage to him. Oh, it's enough. There we go. Thank God for that. 30 XP for relatively little work, I think is alright. At least these thieves don't have trust issues. Nope. They're a little bit Baldric-like in terms of their naivety, which is much better. I've got a very clear conscience, and we've already gone through hordes and hordes of thieves already. It is a cool name, isn't it? All my viewers have cool names, might I just say. I don't like the way she's hovering over our gold mine. Christ, I can't even get to her. Do I need to get some of these thieves to move out of the way? Come on, clear off. That's more like it. A little bit of rod on rod planter action. If she's going to run off, we're not going to be able to kill her, which is annoying. It's always a bit sad when you don't actually have the power to kill a rod planter. Underused thieves. I would have said I would have said the same, Pain, if it wasn't for the fact that this was a rod planter challenge. We only ever use thieves to infiltrate the enemy armies, and I think it's to my detriment, because if you use thieves effectively, which I kind of have had to do as part of the rod planter challenge, they can be really useful and cost effective. But I kind of just... yeah. The thieves were always the last resort for me. I kind of try to stay within the whole using units and spells type of thing, and not go for thieves. That and the fact that they cost money, of course, and I don't want to do that because I'm a bit of a miser. And just stick to saving up for upgrade structures as soon as possible. That's alright, mate. You know me. I don't mind. We have an opportunity to actually kill their leader, which would cripple their army. At least I think we do. Let's go with an ice pillar. I would very much like to get rid of this army. Nope, don't want to make friends. Thank you very much. That should do it. Yep, he did. So that puts him in a very vulnerable position. However, if we were to start moving in for an attack, we could run the risk of him having a life potion. He just pops the life potion and then storms us. But at the same time, at that point, he will be very weakened because the life potion only brings him back with 1 HP. Is it worth the risk? I think so. So I'm going to send a couple of thieves after him, just to see if we can keep an eye on him. Because his movement should be really, really hampered now. The fact that they've lost the leader, and that he's stood in some water. Boots of speed in the shop. Let me say. I haven't actually had a look in this shop yet. There they are, boots of speed. Oh, and also a punch of invulnerability. That might be really good for our rod planter. Especially up against that primitive giant we've got, which is the ruin up here. Good call, Hubber. I'm just going to give it a go. Oh yeah, give me my boots of travelling. So it wasn't boots of speed. It's boots of travelling, which are even better. 40 increases by 40% the movement points instead of 20%, which I believe is what the boots of speed would do. So even better. Thank you very much for the tip. I think I'll leave that there. Hopefully this thief doesn't get murdered and his boots of travelling stolen from him. But we'll see. Years ago on one of the last mission, that crazy aristocrat who looks like the Mad Hatter thinks he's serving the High Father going against the Emperor. Could not kill him, so he destroyed the capitals and sent a armada of thieves. I'm trying to think who you're talking about. Looks like the Mad Hatter. Or indeed the Mad Hater. Thinks he's serving the High Father going against the Emperor. I see with the expansions, I think I've only actually played through them once. So I could potentially do this again with the rod planters. Yeah, I'm a bit lost as well, Doom. Is it one of these unique units that they brought in just for the expansions kind of thing? Like that woman with the tits for the elves. I can't remember her name either. Okay, I think this is this is looking like the thing to do. He's not rezzed himself, so presumably he doesn't have a life potion. So I'm bringing Slutbeard in. going to pelt him with another spell, because if he does resurrect himself, which I'm assuming he would have done in the last turn, if he does it now, then he'll only have 1 HP, and these guys will be fairly well damaged as well. So we should just be able to take him down.
I'm busy. Yeah?
Let's give this a try. I haven't played the expansion, so I have no clue. Yeah, I think it's just because I played them once, and that was a long time ago. I just can't remember. Ice Phallus is too OP. You betcha. Didn't even touch the sides. He is still dead. Can we take down 2 berserkers though? Can we get to him without engaging the thief? We can. He needs to go there though. So if we bring him forward, can we get the thieves around? No. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Need more damage done to those berserkers, preferably. Tell you what, let's get rid of this thief. Get him out of the way, because I want preferably the thieves to do a bit more damage to his units. Seriously? How can you miss me with a crossbow? Can you get some mods or cheats to use the Capital Guardians on your party? I think there's a cheat. I kind of looked like it was going psychic there. Sorry. I think that happens in Disciples 3, but not 2. I remember someone saying that there was a bug that did that. And they keep the 90 armor. Nice. Is 50 of that armor not from the capital, though? The fact that they're garrisoned.
For the elders. I'm busy. I'm busy.
Yeah, those types of bugs just aren't fun.
I'm busy.
Count Flammel Crowley. The name does actually ring a bell. Now that you've said it. I can't quite remember what he looks like, but I definitely remember the name. Okay, let's see what this leader does now. I think when this happens with the leader, when the leader is dead, they just make an absolute beeline for the nearest capital or city to get healed. So I think that's what's happening with this dude. He's going a very convoluted way. He must be going through there, through those mountains, I'm assuming. In D3 you just drag Mithril to your party. Okay. It's that simple. Maybe it's not even a bug then. Maybe it's just easy mode.
Of course.
Now the downside is that he's actually positioned himself fairly well, because we can't get our thieves in, because they would actually block the way. So I'm tempted to actually summon a rock here. The rock can do focus damage on the berserker, and then maybe we can make things a little bit easier for ourselves. Let's give it a try. Let's have a quick look at the rock, because this is the first time we've seen it. Rocks are giant birds called down from the mountains to fight alongside the clans in times of war. 40 damage with a fairly high initiative, only 125 HP. That's going to be its downfall, because it's going to get taken out with 1 turn of damage from these guys. But we'll do some damage. It's not going to survive unless someone misses. It did rock for a small amount of time, yes. This is going to be tricky. You want to see the attack animation from my party side? I've never seen it. In Disciples 3. Because Because in Disciples too, you can just flip the battle sides. Serves as a puppet of the Dark Lords. Wants to reunite the Empire with ultimate justice at any cost. Is he not a kind of what's the word? Inquisitor that's gone astray. He looks a little bit like a Grand Inquisitor, does he not? Disciples' capitals are nearly impossible to capture, and that seems like waste of potential to implement more strategy to the game. I would, yes, yeah, that's a bit of a sore point for me, Hubba. There is, to a certain extent, there are levels where it's impossible to lose, essentially, let's face it. Because you're never going to lose your capital. In terms of you actually, in terms of the enemy being much of a threat to you though, Asura, it's not that, it's not really going to happen, I think. I think we're a little bit stuck at the moment. Because I don't think we can actually win this fight. We can get our thieves in, so we could maybe do some assassinations. But in terms of actually killing him with Slutbeard, don't think we have the power at the moment. In which case, I'm going to leave things there. I'm going to leave you in suspenders with a lovely cliffhanger already. So, I'm afraid we're going to have to draw this stream to a close. I'm sorry if we've not got a huge amount of progress done, but as is the usual case with the Raw Planter Challenge, it's a little bit of a slow starter to begin with, but we will get more powerful, do not worry. So, yeah, that's not gone too bad. We've not had a death, at least. That might change. Worry not, she'll be back as usual on, I think, Sunday night. If you'd like to join me then, that would be lovely. We can hopefully get a little bit more done, maybe even finish off this mission. At least TM. TM. What does TM mean? I don't know. That can be another mystery. Alright, take care. Thanks a lot for joining me, everyone. It's been a pleasure, as always. Been lovely to play some more Disciples again, and I look forward to what the future brings for Slutbeard. Take care. See you on Sunday. Have a lovely weekend. And if you can't be safe, be careful. Then, yeah. And I'll see you then. Bye for now. Sorry, I'm crap at doing outros. Bye.